everyone. Myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Instrumentation and Control. Today's topic is pole placement and the observer design in the unit number 2, the continuous time state space analysis to the discrete time state space system. So first of all, we know about what is the controllability, observability, then the pole placement, then the what is the state observer. So what is the controllability? A system is said to be controllable if it's possible by means of unbounded control vector to the transfer system from any initial state to any another initial state in a finite number of sampling period. So this concept is concerned with the existence of the control vector that can cause the system state to reach some arbitrary state. So using the controllability, we can reach some arbitrary state. So in the controllability, we have just take one unbounded control vector for this particular transfer function, and we can take some initial state and we can transfer some other state for the finite number of sampling period. Now what is the observability? It is the concern with the problem of determining the state of the dynamic system from the observation of the output, and we can control the vector in a finite number of sampling period. So what is the difference here? We can take the dynamic system for the observation. So a system is said to be observable if with the system in the initial state x of 0, it's possible to determine the state from the observation of the output and control vector over a finite number of sampling period. So here you can see that they will take the initial state x of 0 for the possible determination for the observation output and the control vector over a finite number of sampling period. And as you know, in the discrete time state space analysis, the sampling will be start from the kt to kt plus t. Okay, now what is the pole placement? What is the requirement of the pole placement, and what is the advantages of the pole placement? So the design approach of placing the closed loop poles in the desired location in the cell plane is the pole placement design technique. As you study in the control system design, whenever the system will become unstable, that time we can add some pole or zero like ZC or PC for this particular location for this particular system. That time the system will become from unstable to stable or from the critical stable to stable. So the requirement of the pole placement is that we can add some poles or zero for this particular system to become the system more stable. Here we deal with the discrete time system. For that we can take the Z plane. Okay, so here we feed back all state variables so that all poles of the closed loop system are placed at the particular desired location for the stability. In practical, the control system measurement of the state variables may not be possible. So not all the state variables will be available for the feedback. This is the limitation of the state feedback system. In that, in the control system, we cannot measure all the state variables, but we can take some chance to measure maximum state variable for the feedback to using the pole placement method for the particular Z plane. Okay, now to implement the design based on the state feedback, it becomes necessary to estimate unmeasurable state variable. So whenever we deal with the pole placement, we can distribute the measurable state variable and unmeasurable state variable that we have studied in the minimum order state observer design. Okay, so how we can distribute the unmeasurable state variable and measurable state variable, that we have to study in the minimum order state observer. So such estimation can be done by the state observer. So we know about the state observer. After that we know about the unmeasurable state variable and measurable state variable, and then we have to decide the desired location of the poles and zero for this particular plant or the system. So the next is, what is the state observer? So the state observer is also called a state estimator. It is a subsystem that performs an estimation of the state variable based on the measurement of the output and the control variable. So depending upon the output value and the control variable, we have to decide or we have to estimate the state variable using the state observer method. Now we have different types of state observer. First one is the full order state observer. So in the full order state observer, we observe all n state variable regardless of whether some state variable are available for the direct measurement. So in the state observer, we have two types of measurement. One is the direct measurement and one is the indirect measurement. So in the full order state observer, we have to observe all n type of state variable. So whether some state variable are available for the direct measurement. Now what is the minimum order state observer? Observation of only unmeasurable state variable, but not of those that are directly measurable. So what is the application of the minimum state observer? Whenever we have number of unmeasurable state variable, that time we can use a minimum order state observer, because it is used to observation for only unmeasurable state variable. Okay, now what is the reduced order state observer? Observation of all unmeasurable state variable plus some measurable state variable. What is the difference between minimum and reduced order state observer? So as you noted down, in the minimum order state observer, we can observe only the unmeasurable state variable, and in the reduced order we can observe all unmeasurable state variable plus some measurable state variable. Clear? Now the next theory is controllability. So for that we have to study about the CSD, how to find the controllable system or the observable system. Here we have to consider some LTI, discrete time continuous system, and as you know, what is the equation of the discrete time state space equation? It is x of k plus 1t is equal to g x of kt plus h u of kt. Now if we assume that u of kt is the constant and the sampling will be vary from kt less than is equal to t less than is equal to k plus 1t. As we discussed earlier, the sampling time is known as the t and k is our sample. So the sampling time will be vary from kt to k plus 1t. So we can get the rank of the controllability system is h colon g into h plus g raised to n minus 1 h is equal to n. So if in the exam they will ask to find the rank for this particular system, so we can take QC is equal to h colon gh colon g raised to n minus 1. H is our controllability matrix. Okay, as you know, whenever the LTI discrete time control system is given, the value of the J and H matrix is already given in the particular example. So simply we can take the value of G and H for the controllability matrix and we have to find the rank of the matrix. Same thing will be applicable for the observability. Now what is the necessary condition for the controllability? If QC, mode of QC does not equal to 0, that time the rank of QC is n. Okay. Now the new thing is complete out controllability. So necessary and the sufficient condition for the completely output controllable is we can add D and C matrix for the output. Because what is the state equation? State equation is depend only G and H matrix. but the output equation is depend on the C and D matrix. So what is the rank for the complete output controllability? It is B colon C into H colon C G H colon C G raised to n minus 1 into H, that is equal to M. Okay, now observability. Same thing will be applied for the observability. So consider the LTI discrete time control system. Okay, it is x of k plus 1 t, that is equal to gx of kt plus h u of kt. If we assume that u of kt is our constant and for kt less than is equal to t less than k plus 1t, so rank of the observability, that is equal to C transform colon Z transform C transform colon Z transform n minus 1 C transform, that is equal to M. So here QB is our observability matrix and this is the equation to find the rank of the particular system. Clear? Now, if the transfer function of the linear time invariant system has pole zero cancellation, then system is either not controllable nor observable depending on how state variables are defined. So this is the most important thing for the controllable and the observable system. If we have cancel out the pole and zero for this particular system, so that type of system is not controllable nor observable depending upon the state variable. Clear? Now the last thing is the duality. So same thing for the duality, but in the duality we have considered the two systems, system S1 and system S2. So the equation of system S1 is same for the discrete time LTI system, and we can take the another system S2. So we can take the another system equation for the discrete time LTI system for the duality. So principle of duality states that system S1 is completely state controllable if and only if the system S2 is completely observable. So the compulsory condition for the duality is we have to take more than one system and we can check if S1 is completely controllable, then and then the S2 is completely observable. So this type of system is known as the duality system. So for that we can take one example. Consider the following continuous time control system. So equation is given x1 dot and x2 dot, that is equal to 0 1 minus 1 0 x1 x2 plus 0 1 u, and y is equal to 1 0 x1 x2. So using this equation, as you know, what is the A matrix? It is 0 1 minus 1 0. What is B matrix? It is 0 1 and C is 1 0 and D is equal to 0. As discussed earlier, A is equal to G. So G matrix will be given. B is equal to H. So H will be given. So we have to find the duality of this system. So first of all, rank of B into AB. B matrix is given, AB is given, so put the value of B, that is 0 1, and we have to multiply the A and B matrix, and answer of the A into B is 1 0. Now rank of this matrix is, as you know, it is 2. Now we have to find the observable. So for that the equation is C transpose A transpose C transpose. So first of all we can put the value of C transpose. Okay, 1 0, and we have to multiply A transpose C transpose, so the answer is 0 1. So again rank is 2. Okay, so as you know, what is the condition of duality? Read here, the principle of duality states that system S1 is completely state controllable if and only if the system S2 is completely observable. So here both the rank will be same. Okay, so we can get QC is equal to QB. QC is the controllable matrix and QB is the observable matrix. So this type of system equation follow the duality theorem. Okay, so using the observable and controllable theory, we can easily find the duality for this particular state equation. If we cannot get the value of QC that is equal to QB, so this type of system is not follow the duality of this particular system. So using the discrete time LTI system, we can easily find the duality of the system, as well as we have to know about the pole placement using the state observer, minimum order state observer, and the reduced order state observer. Okay, now what is the state observer, what is the block diagram of the state observer, and what is the application of the state observer, that we have to study in the next session. Okay, thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt, then contact me in my email ID.